Apparently they have to take a shot every time I say baby, so I'm gonna just keep saying baby every time so that they can take a shot. You're welcome.
So live in action.
What's the baby counter at?
Baby, it's actually at like 2. I done.
You have your tissues? Okay.
Shut your ass.
I'm just helping you out, drippy nose.
I got a tissue for
yo issues.
issues.
Tissue for your issues. Welcome to Let's Banter, baby. Here we are. Here's our special guest, y'all. We done did it, finally.
Should we do a guest reveal? Do like a curtain fade in front of her face.
Okay. Well, I hope y'all like the intro because I made a little cute little intro for this special episode. So, yeah, coming soon. Y'all see.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, me neither. She's doing something behind my back. Yeah, that part. If I look crazy,
you're welcome.
All right, y'all. Well, first off, I want to introduce ourselves since there's more than me and Amin here. First off, like I said, do a little something different. Follow me at Master Kayla. It's a big master up in this thing. And my boy on the other side.
And myself. Myself, Champagne Ojala, baby. Because, you know, our girl Amarylliz is here, so I'm going to say baby like 25,000 times. Because she loves it.
Truly. And let's give a little special intro to our guest here. Say your pronouns. Give what you identify as. And, of course, if you want them to follow you in your Instagram handle, because, you know, you got something that's cooking up, too.
Literally.
Oh, my God.
She got that good food content, y'all. You know, man. Should be making me hungry.
Show some love to yourself, baby. What's up?
Okay, well, hi, everybody. My name is Amarylliz. You could also call me Amar. You can follow me at MRYLLZ.B. I had to think about that.
How do you pronounce that? Amarylliz.
It's my name with no vowels. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, she's slick with it.
It's clever. It's clever.
All the vowels.
My pronouns are she, her, hers. I identify as Kayla's wife.
Ooh. Oh, we love that. New identity unlocked.
New.
If you identify as Kayla's wife, please.
It's somewhere there in the alphabet. It's somewhere there in the alphabet. But let's get into this.
All right. So, thank you for your intro, Wifey. I love that.
Damn, I think I might identify as Kayla's wife. That's an option. Hold on.
Interesting.
Rewind.
Side piece.
I didn't know it was open to all. So
it's not.
Oh.
It's not.
Exclusive.
It's not.
Exclusive. Okay, hold on.
It is.
I can do that too.
So for our viewers and for our new viewers that are just coming in, I'm going to cut these fools off because they're getting a little distracted. We are going to give you what Amaryl's whole experience is and so forth. We're going to have some questions, of course, for her, and then we're going to end it off with what we got coming up as well. But this whole episode is about you and only you. So give us your whole story. What are you about? Who is Amarylliz?
Wait, hold on. Okay, before we get into who is Amarylliz, you know I love to ask this question. What's your zodiac sign, girl?
Ooh, that part.
I'm an Aquarius. February. Shout out to all my Aquarius.
You know what?
I don't know anything about that, but we're like the best people, right?
You know, I don't have shit to talk. A lot of my close friends are Aquariuses, including
Aquariuses.
yourself.
Okay, yes.
Okay, y'all are organized.
We're close friends.
Y'all are blunt as fuck. Y'all
the person you need in your life.
Keep it real. Keep it like transparent and like, you know, I'm a Cancer, so we're actually like compatible on that friendship level. So I respect you, but we
actually hate each other.
Yeah, we do. We be competing for Kayla's love.
Definitely not.
Is it a competition?
Excuse me, I think it is a competition.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh.
This is too
much. All right,
Aquariuses.
Shout out to all the Aquariuses. But yes, let's dive into like your experience, like what you want to share with us, and like your journey navigating into the queer space.
I also want to say I'm an unpaid intern here at Les Banter, so please drop it in the comments if you think that my unfair wage, which is nothing,
she gets paid at night,
should
y'all.
Be changed.
Thanks to Kayla. Thank you, Kayla.
Let's start a petition. I'll post the GoFundMe link in the description for the fundraiser. Thank you. Okay.
Hold on. First of all, none of us getting paid. Let's be clear.
unpaid assistant, intern, whatever you want to call it. I put their tissues. I wash their mugs. You know, I steam their backgrounds.
You know what? Fuck you, Kayla, for putting my tissue business out there in the bloopers episode.
When she was blowing her nose.
Well,
y'all, I have allergies.
You won't let me build the whole compilation, so I might as well show some scenes.
We're not ready.
When we have enough data,
I got
it
allergies,
will be posted for the world to see.
If you know, you know. Allergies. Anyways,
okay, let's get into it. Okay.
Who is Amarylliz? What's she all about? What's going on, girl? You one unique queen. That's what I'll say.
I have to talk about myself. I hate talking.
Okay, time out. She loves talking about herself. Let's be clear.
Wow. When?
It's like, ask me a question, please.
I'm okay asking a question, but if you're like, oh, give me a summary, you know?
Give us a summary. Give us a TLDR. The too long don't read, you know?
All right, let's just be real with it. So what's your experience?
Okay.
Give your experience.
Let's jump into the gay shit. You guys don't need to know what I'm doing on a day-to-day.
Let's keep it honest. How did Kayla lock this one up?
Okay.
Were you straight before?
I'm getting bullied here on this venture.
Were you straight before Kayla met you?
Okay, definitely straight.
She still is. She don't identify.
I don't have any shame in that to say that. I think that it just goes to show that even if you have been in a certain lane for, you know, all of your life, like it's okay to experiment and try things out. Okay, so that was really how I ended up here because I was like, you know what? I'm going to try everything at least once. At least once. The situation presented itself. So I took it. She was there also. But, okay, so basically my background with coming into my queerness, I think in general, and we can talk about this later too, you know, I was very open-minded ever since I was a kid. My mom actually is also queer. And you know, her and my dad split when I was really young, maybe like 1 or 2 years old. Am I scooting back too much?
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
Well, hold on. I want to ask though. You said that your mom identifies as queer. Would you consider her queer or would you consider her pansexual?
I think after we've been talking about it, and especially since a lot more definitions for sexuality has come out, I think, and I think she can agree based just on like her past dating history, that it is more so pansexual, because I feel like that's kind of how I see myself too. You know, like I really, if I don't vibe with your personality, like it's out the door.
Just gonna ask that. So to clarify for like the viewers and myself, pansexual is sexual attraction based on like personality.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what gender, what you are. Okay,
what you identify as, and I think. You know, I say that because, again, like for the majority of me growing up, my mom was in lesbian relationships. So I was really raised by women my whole life. My mom, and then, of course, you know, she had me when she was young, probably like 19, 20 years old. So like I would say up until maybe she married my stepdad later in life when I was like in high school, it was all like gay relationships. So, wow. And I think in general in the Filipino culture too, there's just a lot of gay people, you know, like it's just part of our culture. I had a lot of gay aunties and uncles, so I was super exposed to it. So I never kept a closed mind. So I think like just coming out, dating, of course, like I was in heterosexual relationships up until Kayla. And I guess my experience was just, you know, in high school when girls like be making out at the parties and stuff, like at the house parties or whatever. Like, I don't know if it was to be cute or what, but you know, like I would dabble in that, whatever, making out here and there. I think in college, like my friends would tell me like, dude, like every time you're gone, like you're talking to some random girl, but it's not like because I'm trying to get at somebody. It's just I'm a friendly person, you know? You are. But sometimes my friends would question like, would you ever fuck with a girl, or like, you know, are you gay like in any form? But again, I just feel like I would just keep an open mind to anything, you know?
That's so would you say that like you kind of seeing that at a young age, like you mentioned, like your mom, your aunties and uncles, did that kind of make you curious in a way of like, am I interested in women potentially or not? Or were you like, no, I still like men at the end of the day, but I respect and support what's around me?
I would definitely say it's the latter option where I still identify as straight or like I prefer heterosexual relationships. and it doesn't influence me. And I think that's like really interesting too, because that is a topic of like, you know, if you are a gay parent, are you influencing your child to be gay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or if children out there are exposed to, you know, like queerness, will that influence them to be queer?
Yeah.
So I think everybody has a different experience, but for me, that was like all around me the whole time, and I didn't explore that until way later in life. Wow. I didn't even think about it. If it happened, like, you know, okay, I'm down. Like I said, I'll try everything at least once.
Absolutely.
But I guess like there was never a situation that popped up where I really wanted to make the jump.
And then, you know, because I'm looking at today's generation, like gay parents are a bit normalized, right? But like growing up, like, you know, we're all around the same age, and growing up around your time, like, you know, was there ever a moment where I don't want to say embarrassed, but like where you were kind of scared to even admit like, hey, like my mom is in like same sexual relationships and same partner, like with other kids who had like heterosexual parents? Like, was that ever an issue for you growing up?
For my experience, no. And
that's amazing.
And I really think a lot of that is because, you know, I ride for my mom. Like, she's my best friend. You know, she was a young mom. She was a single mom. She raised me by herself. You know,
shout out to moms,
going to school, working multiple jobs. So it's just kind of like whatever she was going through. Because, now that I'm like, we're older and we're at this age now, and we talk about stereotypes and different things like that, and like being in the gay community. So, like, lesbian problems, I'm like, damn, now that we talk about it, I'm like, shit, my mom was going through that. And, like, I didn't realize it as a kid. But, yeah, like, because she held me down and she was just really the best mom, like, it was nothing to me. But I will say, like, there were times where I think society will test you. Because, like, people aren't going to be like, is your mom gay?
Yeah.
You know, like, people aren't really bold enough regularly to say that, like, and question you about that. So I think maybe one time I could think about was when I was in high school. That was when they were passing if gay marriage would be legal.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys remember that?
Yes.
Like, we were in high school. And I remember there were some students that did identify as queer. They had their, like, rainbow flags. I think it was like a social studies class that we had like a discussion about it, because you know, they kind of wanted to incorporate talking about current politics, and that was something there. And that was the first time that I stood up and I was like, because you know, some people, which, you know, everybody's opinion is their opinion, they were mentioning how if we allow gay marriage, like how would it affect our youth and like the people, right? And we just talked about like influencing your kids if you expose them to queerness and other gay people. And in that moment, that was like the first time that I was like, my mom is gay.
I love that.
You guys I've been going to school here for like 3 years. Like, you guys know me, and nothing about me has ever flagged to you that it wasn't, you know, out of the normal, out of like anybody else. Like, I'm equal with everybody. It doesn't change me that I was raised by, you know, but I felt empowered in that moment to say something, because, you know, those people are being brave enough to say that queerness can affect you negatively. So if it has affected you positively, like, it's important to share your voice on that.
I love that, like, you felt like you didn't have to like come from the jump of like, oh, you know, I was raised by a queer mom or a gay mom, you know, because sometimes I feel like you have that pressure of like, okay, I should identify like this is who I am because I am different than everybody else. But I love that you're like, no, I'm equal. I'm just like everybody else. There's nothing that's different about me. You know, so and honestly, I mean, me and Kayla talked about this. Like, I would love to have your mom on this show and just understand her experience, because at that generation, you know, it was so different. So, like, props and shout out to her for just raising
big love,
you.
Mom. Big love.
Big love, man. And just doing all that. Like, I could only imagine what she's gone through at her day and age. So, mad respect to that.
She has talked to us about it before. Like, when we went home to the Philippines, remember?
That was also Amaryllis' first time hearing about her experience.
Yeah.
I think it was just because of the fact that her mom could relate, and, you know, we had basically could speak the same language. So when she was opening up to me about her past relationships, all that other stuff, Amar was also kind of like caught by surprise of like, wait, Mom, that happened?
Well, because, you know, when you're a parent, you try to like just create the best environment for your kids to grow. So even if you're going through shit, you know, you're going to suck it up, like be strong about it and deal with your shit at your own time. And I feel like that's why as an adult, I'm like kind of shocked to hear it, but also not surprised. And I think that's why, you know, it wasn't so hard when I did tell my mom that I was pursuing a relationship with Kayla, because if anything, at first, my mom and my aunties were making fun of me. They were. No, legit. So I don't know, like, how you guys want to do this, like, talk about how we got together or what, like.
Well, I kind of want to rewind though. So Kayla's the only girl you've been with.
Wow.
That's wild.
I mean, I'll dabble, like, you know, like I said, like, we can make out or whatever.
Yeah,
or
but
like,
romantically, you know, like, pursuing
yeah, but
something.
Serious, like, I'll play around with girls here and there, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, so I guess this is a great transition. So what about Kayla? Was it like?
Oh my
gosh. Okay, rewind.
Wait, hold on.
She put a spell on me, guys. Somebody break it.
Before we touch on that, though, I do want to say we're going into this whole personality thing, right? Yeah. Amarylliz is not your typical girly girl. Okay, when you get to know this girl, I think that's also why we just fed off each other's energy. Is I just felt that like she also felt the same way about me, where we didn't really have to impress anybody, and we weren't looking for we weren't looking for anything serious. Also, so we were just being ourselves. And the more I got to get to know her, hang out with her, all this stuff, I was like, oh, she ain't no girly girl compared to the other women I've dated. Right? I wasn't there to compare because we're also just coming in with no expectations, but I just felt like she was just hella funny too. If you guys were to ever meet her, you'll know she's pretty. She's a character.
Right? Yeah, but okay. Let me tell my perspective, y'all, because the way these motherfuckers had sexual tension,
my God,
was crazy.
It started before then, but go ahead. We'll take your perspective. Let the viewers know.
Yo, we were in San Diego, all right, and Kayla's like, all right, I'm gonna go pick up Amarylliz. She's Tips' cousin. Whoop-de-whoop. Shout out to Tips. Love you, girl. And I was like, okay, cool, bet. So here comes Amar, right? Met her for the first time. She's in the car, and she just starts like, you know, flirting with Kayla. I was with you before
then.
Really? When?
Dude, I was there the whole night. And we were at Gossip, right?
Went to Riches.
No, but this one we picked you up to go to that event. To go to Riches and Gossip.
No, we left. We were leaving.
Really?
No, yes. Bro, because I Ubered myself there.
Because she was already yeah. All of us were drunk.
We know where you were at.
Rewind, where I noticed it was in the car going to the house then.
Okay. Yeah.
This girl was picking on Kayla, and I looked over at Kayla, and I was just smiling at her, right? And then Amar gets out the car, and I'm like, bruh, the way y'all just have this sex, I was like, just fuck her already. That's literally what I told Kayla. I was like, bro, can you just fuck her already? Because that's what she wants.
What's the famous line that she said?
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
No, I knew that.
What's the famous line?
What was it?
What that mouth do?
Oh yeah, she did, bro. Oh my God. I was like, but
they're trying to frame me.
I'll give credit though, because the way Kayla was blushing was like on another level though. This girl I was blushing.
I do got a good mouthpiece though.
I also wasn't trying to take her serious because I was like, bro, she's just rambling because she been new. Because Tiffany was in her ear about me, and it was like exposing.
Kayla had a crush on me for multiple years before then. Thank you.
Kayla manifested her, and here she is today.
It literally was that. So like. Obviously, so we said like we have mutuals because my cousin is her best friend from high school. Shout out to Tiffany, my bestie cousin.
She gonna love this
who watches this show.
You call her Stephanie? No, that's the wrong one.
Please don't, bro. No.
Here she go. Do you guys remember the rapping from the last episode? Anyway,
Tiff is gonna be so pissed. She gonna be in the comments, bro.
But we basically had like family party Our family parties are always like open invite. So she came to New Year's Eve with somebody else.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. And I was like, oh my gosh, guys, like come in. Like, do you guys want to drink? Do you guys want to eat? Here's a plate, blah, blah, blah.
Kayla, you want some head?
No, shut up. And then Tips was like telling me later on that day, like, dude, out there, like, Kayla hella crushing on you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not even doing anything. Like, did she come here with, like, old girl or whatever, you know who I'm talking about. So I was like, okay. I was like,
you gotta use the word so and so.
So and so. So I was like, I mean, it's chill, whatever. Just tell her to stay over. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so I knew that she had a crush on me, and then when I had came back that weekend for graduation. I had gone to my cousin's house and she was braiding her hair. And then she was like, you should come out with us. Like, come out tonight. I'm like, I came home that weekend to like escape because I was going through my own shit, like figuring out my own life, my own singleness, whatever. And she's like, come out. I'm like, no, I don't want to go out. But she convinced me, which I later found out was a little bit of persuasion from somebody else to get me out there. So then that's when I went out that night, and I knew she was crushing on me. Like, she was giving me the eyes, you know. Oh shit, I hit this. She was giving me the eyes.
A direct connection, like I said in the last episode, y'all.
So yeah, I was like, I shot my shot, and I was just straight up. I was like, okay, so what that mouth do? And I was like, pick me up.
So
let's see what's up. And then Amon's here like.
It looked like Amar found out what that mouth is. So what did that mouth do?
Not
that day.
Not that day.
I was too faded.
But later you did.
I did later, but I was too faded.
The mouth did a whole lot.
I know.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about y'all just like growth and transition, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, so after that night, like, what happened?
I went home.
She went home and knocked out with a blunt in her hand.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Sounds
I
like
didn't
Amar.
mean that. I just meant the weekend.
Sounds
so
like Amar.
She was hitting me up during LA week. Wait, LA Pride.
When you had your graduation, was that LA Pride weekend right after?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I stayed that whole week.
You stayed that whole weekend, yeah. Okay. And then she was hitting me up at LA Pride because, mind you, we were nothing serious. I'm over here. It was, I think, Kaylani was performing, and then I was, talking to other girls, whatever. But then I get text messages from her talking about, so when you coming back? Mind you, she's at the club texting me.
You guys, I missed the opportunity.
Show the receipts.
I fucked up. So I was like, okay, like, I just text her when she comes back. I was curious.
But while you out at the club, Amar? Damn.
I was at the club with my cousins. It's damn near a family function. I was not at the club for other purposes. Me and my cousins turn up all the time.
Anyways, I come back. One thing led to another. First off, it was just, I kind of like saved her because she was not in the right scene, the right crowd.
Are you talking about the first time that we hung out?
Yeah, and we were just hanging out, really. It was, again, no expectations. We were just
I was
chilling.
like, please pick me up and also bring the Hennessy.
And she also rolled up, and we were just chopping it up. It literally was just me and her talking, laughing up a storm. Yeah. And we just got along.
I feel like where it really hit off where we're like, okay, like maybe let's really try. Because at first I was trying to fuck around. I was curious.
Have a good time, girl.
I want a little Costco sample a little bit,
Not the Costco sample.
A little Costco sample, little
said
taste.
I was a Costco sample.
Damn,
that was pretty.
No, I said
that mean you free 99,
sample.
but you need a membership. So at least you got the membership.
Okay, but yeah. So basically, like after then, it was so dramatic. Like I kind of was like, why? I'm not the type of person to be hitting you up for real. Like
I can see that.
The fact that I was texting her, I was like, if I don't text her, I'm going to get irritated at myself that I didn't do it. So let me just try it because it's not something I would usually do. So I did. And yeah, like when I left, I think that night when we had first hung out, I was like, damn, I feel like I'm with my fucking homie that I've like known forever. I've just felt so comfortable with her. Like I felt like we don't even know each other like that, but I feel like we're so close. And I went home. And then you came to the Babe for Pride, which was like your guys' usual thing. Mm-hmm. And she loves to boast about that I wrote on my calendar that she was coming for that weekend.
It said from Thursday to Monday,
damn.
Kayla.
With little hearts
because
too,
you
huh?
did tell me okay, I'm a busy person and I have to stay organized. I'm very type A. So if I'm penciling you in, I need to know like what days you're going to be there so I can make some space
but
for you.
Kayla is kind of like, damn.
Thank you. Right.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Kayla to the third power.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that weekend, I would say that weekend was like when I really was like,
so
okay,
this
I'm
is where
her.
she's talking about specifically. Y'all remember when we mentioned Kool-Aid?
Hey.
So that is again.
We probably got receipts though because the way Kool-Aid be promoting.
Oh no, there are definitely
promo
receipts
Kool-Aid.
there. We're like
we love
in the promo video. We got some pictures over there.
But she is basically
memorable.
talking about why I hit off that day was because, Again, she was wearing her white jeans with her crop top, green crop top, and she had her Desi shades on, them olive green tints. I remember this, and with her hair laid down straight.
You remember what I wore, Kayla?
No, I don't care. So
she doesn't remember. She's just denying it right now. She's trying to like get in front of Amar.
I remember. I don't remember the exact song, but I do remember when I like looked towards where she was at, because she was you weren't hella far from our table, but she was at.
I was coming back from the bar.
Yeah, she had just came back from the bar, and then she was like standing by herself, and I noticed. I was like, is she looking at me, or is she just trying to act like she's just vibing around? Because her head was just straight directly at me, so I caught her for like the split second. And then I went up to her, and you could tell she was looking at me. Where her I was all like, so what's up, you know? We're all just hitting it off, okay? Since then, I talked about it. I remember I asked her, I was like, so days later, of course, I was like, hey, were you like checking me out? Were you having like a moment? And she was like, did you really notice me? I thought you couldn't notice me because of my shades. I was like, bro.
Don't be shy now, girl.
Let's be real.
I don't know how drunk I was because they weren't like fully tinted. So it's like you could still see your eyes.
That was the same pride. Correct me if I'm wrong, where some people were trying to holler at you and you're like, I'm taken, right?
When?
Wasn't somebody trying to get at her?
No. Oh, yeah, our friends.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
it wasn't
say
you. It wasn't
I didn't
you.
say I was taken. Somebody had asked you, like, hey, who is that?
Yeah. And I was like,
and you said,
I was like,
oh, it was Kayla. Oops. That was Amar.
Well,
yeah, give credit where it's due, people.
Mind you, we never really.
Sounds like you all.
Oh no, definitely not.
Shut up. Okay, go spit it out, girl.
The homie was just asking about her, okay, and I was like, because we were serious, I was like, I mean, you can, bro, but like, to be honest, like, that's mine. Like, I'm trying to holler, woo, woo. And they're like, oh so shit, my bad, bro.
Damn, it would be the lesbian. It's okay.
Okay, honestly, what it was for me was like I'm not necessarily distraught, but I was like having an out of body experience. I'm like, what is going on? Like, why do I feel? Because again, okay, like I got a cool mouthpiece and I'll keep it cool. Like, you know, I'm pretty chill and stuff. But when I was there with my cousin, and then it was like I wasn't even trying to look at her. I was just like looking around, and then I'm like zoomed in on her out of nowhere, and I was like, what is going on? I must be losing my little, you know, like playa vibe. Like she's like switching me up a little bit. I was getting nervous because then when she did see me, I'd be like,
yeah, she was hella trying not to be obvious.
I felt like taken aback by my own behavior because nobody would ever like get me over like that where I'm like so zoomed into you. Because when I'm out, I'm like there with my people, you know what I mean? Like even if I show up there with somebody, I'm still like vibing, hanging out with people. I was with my cousin, you know, like I was meeting new people, but for some reason like I couldn't take my eyes off of her. I was like,
she talks about all the time. She don't like getting hit on at clubs. She don't like that small talk.
I hate small talk.
She don't like it.
It sounds like a scene out of a movie, yo.
It was. And
hey, wait, hold up. Okay, this is not related to Amar at all, okay? But I just looked at Almond because that year we were at Pride, Almond fell.
Okay.
Off the stairs.
What? And she was dancing, and then all of a sudden, everybody said,
broke.
Ooh.
No, okay, no, time out. I'm defend myself because I was fucking
She said she slipped, but she got broke.
No. I was on a stair step, okay? Let's be clear. And then when I got pushed back, there's a difference when you breaking somebody and when you try to push them back to make them fall. And old girl pushed me back and I fell over the stair step. So I fell on my ass.
Fell.
Yeah, but I didn't get broke. There's
ass to the floor.
There's a difference. I fell.
Fell and got broke.
Yeah, no, not the broke. Not the broke. Okay, if y'all really want to talk, go to Kool-Aid's profile. You're going to see a great picture of Amar.
No, you'll see the first reel. You'll see the first reel of Amar.
Back with her legs open, and then Amar just like twisted and like,
Don't go on it.
Please go. Kool-Aid.
It's not one of my best moments.
Saturdays is the handle.
And
drop it.
We'll drop the link.
Amon. We've grown from that.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't.
I was a lot better this year. I didn't black out. I was very put together. I'm actually pretty proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too, actually. You did good this year.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but you know, good for you.
Anyways, Can y'all really believe?
Okay, so I got a question for both of y'all. When did you know, like, this was, like, my person?
Oh, she knows my day.
Babe.
Spill the beans. Spill the tea. Spill the tea.
That's not appropriate. Can her mom go watch this?
It's, I mean,
no.
Auntie knows what's up.
It's okay.
No.
It's a no feeling zone.
I'm just playing. I'm playing. No, when was it?
Well, I think like that Pride weekend was the first initial, like, okay, we're hella feeling each other. Like, we should explore this a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But of course, at that time, like, she was still living in San Diego.
Yep.
So she was still living in San Diego. I was up here in the Bay. And then, you know, anytime that we had an opportunity to kind of meet up, I actually went home more often, to be honest, because it kind of motivated me to go back home. For a while, I was kind of like trying to chill off going home and just take a break from everything I was going through. But I couldn't stay away from her for sure. I'm gonna say that. No, it's so that. True. Like I literally felt like, oh,
Nikki in the back,
suck a dick,
hating.
Sister. My ally sister in the back.
She loved doing that.
Sucking ghost dick over there. But anyways, no, really. So like after that Pride weekend, I think we're switching off, like going back and forth for the rest of the year. And then like over time, like we couldn't be apart. Every time I flew out, I extended my flights. I don't know. That's some gay shit, okay?
That's how you know it's real.
Yes, like we were so like, she was my best friend, like so easily. Like I just kind of felt like, and maybe this is going to transition to something else, but I really felt like, you know, everything that I went through leading up until I met her, like it paid off because it gave me a different perspective. It prepared me for like what I wanted and what I didn't want. You know, I think I just was in a better headspace to receive that. I couldn't ignore it. Like it really was. I'm that type of person. I hate rom-coms. I think a lot of romance stuff is super corny because I don't think it's real.
You're talking to the wrong person.
Demonic.
I love it,
sister.
I love it.
Literally, yes. She's hurrying us up because Love Island reunion is on soon and we need to finish recording.
But I love this. Please talk more.
No, but yeah, like I kind of just felt like, you know, like I was feeling so out of myself. And that's why I feel like I knew that this was like something important. Different. Yeah, something different. Oh. We were on the phone like nonstop. If we weren't on the phone, we were like texting each other like, this is what I'm eating. I'm off in 5 minutes. I'm gonna call you on my break. Like I would even cry at the airport, dude. Like leaving it totally. I was just like, I don't want to leave. Like, should I just leave my gate? Like, what do I do?
As we were dating or, you know, starting to get to know each other and, you know, have that understanding of like, okay, like this is my person. I had endless conversations with myself and my friends of why are things just happening so effortlessly?
Yeah, we were kind of suspicious.
Because I was so used to where I always had to put in, you know, more effort than the other person or, you know, and it was just like things were just happening without any questions, no other I emphasize that stuff a lot when everybody asks us of like how we met. It's just like, you know, things really happened unexpectedly and we were just coming in with no expectations. And yeah, that was just crazy for me because I was like, I'm so used to having to do more than the other person, right? Mm-hmm. But that's also just because that's my personality. But really, it was just, you know, things were just happening as it went, and we just got along so well that we're like, all right, let's take it to the next level.
I love that. And one thing I will say, because like we've said, I've known Kayla for almost 10 plus years, but like one thing I will say, and this is the only nicest thing I'm going to say about Amar. Let
the viewers hear the truth of how you feel about me.
Is that, you know, everyone that Kayla's been with, you're probably been like the best person for her and like my most favoritist person for her because I think you bring out the best in her. But you're also so patient with her because some of the shit Kayla does, I'm like, Kayla, shut the fuck up. Like, no, stop the bullshit. But Amar is so patient, like, it's okay, like, it's good. I'm like, no, Amar, like, tell her to stop. You know what I'm saying? But like, you're just so patient with her, like, you bring out the best in her and you challenge her in the way that she needs to be challenged. And I think that, like I said, the relationships Kayla has been with, this is the way I see her today. I don't even think you knew that was possible for yourself, bro, to be where you're at today. And like, it's truly a reflection of your partner and the support that you have. You know what I mean? So, and Mars cool. Me and her get along. She alright. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's a little added bonus.
No, that's real true, and I appreciate you for saying that, bro. Because when Amar came into my life, I started bringing her around all my friends and family. They were like, "This girl is it for you." Yeah, like she and everyone has said the same thing of she has so much patience for you, and hella understands you. And not,
I will never forget. You can cut this if you want, but Kayla was rolling at Disneyland.
Oh my God,
and
you were rolling balls over there.
Like, Goofy! And I was like, bro, it's a kid's party. They're going to kick us the fuck out.
They didn't know we were popping.
It's okay, babe. It's okay. I was like, no, Amar told you to fuck up. I'm not at a fucking kid's party.
You're hella embarrassed.
And she's like, Goofy! And I was like, bro. And Amar's like, it's okay. I was like, damn, bro, the way Amar love you and she got patience for you. I was like, that's the one, bro. That's the one.
Yes, because some girls would automatically just leave. They would not know me. They would act like, okay, I don't know this person. I'm out. But yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact, yo.
No, I think honestly, like I said, like me before her though, fuck no. I would never be that person. Not like, oh, I wouldn't be like, I feel like in general, I'm just a good ass, like I try to be like the best friend or like supportive person like in that person's life. So I feel like I am patient in that way, but my patience has honestly really grown. And I think, a lot of the times in past episodes on Les Banter, we've kind of talked about like, or you guys have talked about like toxic relationships, how you guys have gone from that. But I think a lot of the time too, we don't talk enough about like the amount of work that it takes to build a healthy relationship. That part. Especially when you've been in toxic relationships before, or maybe you were the source of that toxicity. Absolutely. Like you had to realize your own patterns. And I think that's why it had worked out for us at that time, because when we met too and we were getting to know each other, we were like, did we live like parallel lives? Right? I mean, we were born in the same city. Yeah. We have
work the same
jobs. Like when she moved out to the Bay and she was in the city, I was in the city too because of my sorority and like all the community work that we were doing out there for my organization. It was just almost like we always missed each other. But I think that's why it just went to show like, okay, like there's something here. It's a sign for something. Like this is a relationship that you were preparing for.
Dude, I'm a big believer on like things happen for a reason. Timing 100%. Is everything, and like there's a reason why y'all didn't cross paths before and now it happened that way. So I love that.
Yeah, and I think that's what made me so patient, because my exes would probably say I was not the most patient person or most understanding. I definitely was very like strong-minded, and I feel like too, the reason why we had a lot of patience with each other was because we had the same issues. Like we both the shit that we were trying to learn through.
We both were going through like toxic relationships.
And our own behavior too was like kind of similar. Like we're both very like strong personalities. So having to take a step back at the right time, listen to the other person, what they need, like learning that, like it took a lot of time.
I think people have a tendency to blame others when it comes to toxic relationships instead of holding themselves accountable. Like maybe I played a part in it too. So I just feel like both of y'all bring out the best in each other, and you challenge each other in ways that you both have probably not been challenged prior 100%. In prior relationships. And I think that balance is so important. And for y'all to just feed off each other's energy and that reciprocation, it just it just
ideas to fruition.
Yeah. Hey, I2F. It just blossoms into something beautiful between you both. And like, it's amazing. And I mean, y'all want to tell the viewers where y'all at today. I don't want to spoil the surprise, you know what I'm saying? But y'all see that blang blang on the fang, you feel me? Look at that show dog, girl. Who did that? What happened?
No, yeah. I mean, just to go off of that too, I think what you said earlier, it just, one thing like me and Kayla, whenever we go through shit, we're always like, whenever things get heated, and it took a lot of time to get there because we're
Most
super,
definitely.
both again, strong personalities, hot-headed, like we would go at it and stuff back in the day, but as we grew older, we learned to remind each other like we're on the same fucking team. What we're doing, like our goals that we have, there are goals together, like we're building our home together, we're building our family together, our relationship together. So a lot of those times when it gets heated and we like fall into like old patterns, it's like, you know, me and you are the same team. I think that's what really has gotten us through.
Most definitely.
I love that. And
yeah,
I appreciate y'all just even sharing the vulnerability of like, y'all aren't perfect, you know, but like it's the effort and the work and like, we want this for each other and we're going to do what it takes, you know? So love that.
Yeah, but we are engaged now.
Hey.
We are planning to get married. The economy is crazy. Weddings are expensive, you guys.
That part, y'all. Maybe you should start a
Go fund me for our wedding.
Okay, well, just to sum it all up, basically, it was the last year of my undergrad, and I was like, I'm graduating. I'm coming into a whole nother next chapter of my life again. So what's the, you know, what is it? Is this going to be it for us? Should I propose, right? Having all those questions to myself.
It was not a question if we would get married, though.
It was not. But
we almost got married three
I remember
months
that. In
in
Disneyland. They talked about it.
God.
But
don't do drugs.
Basically.
Dare.
Don't do drugs.
I had to figure out when is the best time. Because if I waited, this girl is so in tune with me that she can automatically know what's happening. So that's when I knew. I was like, okay,
I'm not easily surprised.
Yeah, I'm going to just do it the day of my graduation. And that was funny too because she was planning my entire graduation, not knowing that I also had a plan in the back, you know, the back of everything. But when I popped the question, it was a major surprise. But she didn't even know, like, that it was happening because as I was trying to talk.
You gotta cue a snip of the clip.
Yeah,
oh my God, please no clips.
A clip
need to be on the internet.
Yeah, she hated it.
Do it.
I don't have any cute
everybody,
pictures.
you know, everybody
nice
always
memories.
has in their engagement photos or videos, it's all nice. So, you know, the guy has something like private set up or they have, you know, all these, something super romantic, right? But for us, because our personalities, you guys, with her especially, she hates being surprised. So when she is surprised, she is like, I don't believe this.
All those shots that I was taking before. my soul left my body, bro. I was shocked. No, I couldn't.
But basically, I proposed to her with Mowgli, of course, because Mowgli had her.
During your thank you. So it was during her. Okay, this is how I didn't know it was going to happen because it was during her thank you speech, right? Yes. If you're going to a graduation party, the graduate is always going to be like, thank you, everybody, for traveling, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, like, I'm standing in the back. People are like, sis, come to the front, come to the front. I'm like, why do I got to go to the front? They're like, stand in the front with her, stand in the front. I'm like, I'm not graduating. Why am I going to stand in the front?
So on that.
Okay, so then I sat in the front, and then I looked around, and I was like, why is everybody's phone up? Like, man, maybe I should record a little something because she's only going to graduate once, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, put the phone up.
She over here talking like that, but you know what she was doing the whole time as I was saying thank yous? She was like, all right, hurry up. Like rushing me. And I'm like over here I'm like nervous, but then I see her rushing me and I'm like trying not to laugh.
And telling jokes because I'm a jokester.
I was trying not to laugh because I was like, oh, she's really trying to like piss me off right now, but I'm about to propose
to her. She was like, I just want to say like, thank you to her. I was like, you're welcome, bitch. You're welcome. Yeah, you should say thank you.
Anyways.
Then...
That's the night I popped the question at the end of it, and I was like, and I also
Amar was flipping everybody off.
Yeah, she was.
Oh my God,
cue the clip.
Not my best moments.
Yeah,
guys.
please cue the
it's
clip.
Not my best
I was like, me and Mowgli want to, you know, ask you a question, and then Mowgli had this whole setup, her whole little outfit.
So hey, every time you're saying Mowgli's
I know she's here.
She was
Mowgli
like,
is here. She hears us talking about
she
her.
was all, like looking at Mowgli, not noticing that it literally said, "Would you marry my mom? Me and my mom." And then this fool was like, "Oh," and then right when I bring out the ring, she was like, "What?" And that's what Amar was talking about, where she was flicking everybody off. Yeah, because she knew, like, when everybody was bringing out their phones, that's when it clicked for her that, like, everybody
you guys,
knew.
okay, let me tell you, we invited maybe like 60 people. By the time that it came to the speech, it honestly felt like it was like 100 people. And I was like, you know, my sisters were like coming in saying what's up to me. I was like, oh my God, thank you for coming. And I'd be like, like, why are they here? But you know, we invite everybody to everything, right? We're Filipino, so like family party is an everybody party. But I was like, okay, like, did we invite them? Come to find out, that's what it was.
Yeah, you got to cue that clip.
I'll cue the clip.
I love it.
We're wondering if you will marry us.
I have no good engagement photos, guys. Not a single one that's good.
You also got a chance to take actual engagement pictures, so it's good.
I know.
That part.
Yeah. But that's how you know it was like authentic, organic. I loved it. It caught you off so
What
off
was
guard.
your perspective being somebody that was
I think
like attending the engagement / graduation?
So like I knew like
months before.
Yeah, I knew that it was gonna happen, and just seeing your expression and just seeing that it caught you off guard, I think was the best thing ever. Because some people do anticipate it, and I'm not saying that takes away from the moment, but I think the best part was having like your loved ones there and like everyone that has seen y'all journey and supported you since y'all had started. I think it's just a beautiful thing for everyone to come together, not only celebrating Kayla graduating, but your guys' next step. So it was fun. It was amazing. And I think the best part was you just flipping everybody off.
Oh my gosh. So you definitely got if you were there, you would know.
I'm like, damn, girl, it's a cute ass moment.
Our brother Garrett came out. He had like his whole like professional camera and everything to capture the moment. And it was like Kayla, Kim K crying on like one knee. And me like, oh my God.
I fucked the world.
The next morning when we woke up and everybody was congratulating us.
We celebrated the next day, right?
We celebrated every day because, again, type A girlfriend, I had an itinerary.
Yes.
Okay? Yes. And that's honestly why she really got me, because I was so zoomed into planning something for her. I didn't even
think about it for you.
No.
I think it was the perfect timing. And I'm so excited for you all like tying the knot and like that next step. And like Kayla wants to have like 2-3 after parties. So we'll see we're gonna bring the after hours mic out.
Say it in the comments if you think Kayla will even survive for the after party. People.
Honestly, I'd be so curious how long you survive your guys' wedding weekend.
She told me she
will not survive on her willpower alone, and she's not allowed to drink until the program is at least over.
Don't worry, I'll bring the camera and the mic, y'all.
I'm cool with like a little bit of shots, but Kayla gets.
I know. Kayla is Kayla.
Kayla is Kayla.
Kayla is Kayla.
Y'all have seen a glimpse of it, and that's the calmest on this podcast. Imagine her when she's live and in action.
What's your question? Any more questions you got?
No, I think this was a great start in the segment to just us starting and bringing our guests on. So thank you so much, Amarylliz, for coming on the show. I definitely want to have another episode of just like diving into y'all's relationship, because I think a lot of people could relate to what y'all have gone through. And I think it'd be good if you guys are open to sharing your journey, because it's like you mentioned, like everyone always sees like the end result, the outcome, and like what they see, you know, could be a perception, but there's so much more depth to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it took so much for y'all to get to where y'all are at today. And I would love for folks to hear about that and learn more about that. So appreciate y'all. And appreciate you, Amarylliz, for joining us as our first guest.
This is the nicest she's been to me, actually.
Setting the tone. Yeah, after the camera's off, we ain't gonna be like this.
Super fake. We actually hate each other.
No, yeah, we do. This is my arch nemesis plus Maru. I got two.
Not too much on my
Not
son.
the name drop on the dogs.
Not too much on my son.
All right, so thanks, babe. We appreciate you for being our first guest and tuning in. You're marking some history for us.
Absolutely.
But next coming, what do we got? We got Oakland
Pride, yo. September
End
7th.
of the Pride Marathon.
Yeah. We just finished with SJ Pride, but we are going to give y'all, a little recap once we finish all the prides out here in the Bay Area. But we hope to see y'all out there in Oakland Pride. Again, those dates were September 6th to the 7th, September 7th to the 8th.
7th to the 8th.
7th. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for correcting me.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, so tap in with your Les Bros and your Les Girl. I don't know. I guess she's the official Les Girl.
Upgrade me to the manager.
She a fiance and shit. She a fiance and shit. You know what I'm saying? So tap in with us. We appreciate the love. Again, y'all can catch us on YouTube, on Spotify, on Amazon.
Sir.
And, Apple's there, but it's not really there, so.
It's all good.
Fix it, Amar.
Whoever got the Apple subscription.
If y'all work at Apple, please tap in with us.
Yes, sir.
We're here. We're waiting for that. But we appreciate the love, y'all. Thank you for taking the time to tune in, and we'll see y'all next episode. Les Bros and Les Girl.
Out.
I don't know. No, not with the chocolate in your mouth.
We recorded the last one, right?
Can you get my green bag?
Yep.
The green bag on the... Ew, it's recording.
That's disgusting.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's definitely
thank
her
ass.
mic, and nobody else uses it.
Yeah.
Guessed?
I didn't notice. Y'all thought I couldn't do that, huh?
Nope.
I'm just kidding. Cut that out. But that even... Is your phone on silent?
Was that me?
Somebody else.
Hey, y'all.
It's okay. We don't have
Girl,
to...
put your phone on silent.
Oh, my bad. Y'all know Love Island reunion's coming out, so, we teeing up to that shit.
Unless it's mine. I don't...
That was a pretty weak clap.
What the fuck? You guys are haters.
Yeah, you gotta put some oomph in it. Oh, sorry. Les Wed.
Not the Les Wed every
She
single
loves training new
time.
brands with Les.
Let's get married.